Hey everybody, welcome back to microbeerreviews.com. Tonight we have this cool can called Sneaky Pete. It's an Imperial IPA. It's out of a brewery out of Idaho that we have not ever reviewed before. It's the Laughing Dog Brewing Company. Fetchingly good beer is their tagline. This particular beer is 10% ABVs, 89 IBUs, which is exactly what an Imperial IPA should look like. Sneaky Pete is obviously this dog here, who, if you can see it, I know the lighting's not great, has labeled the beer glass with water, which again is something that is extremely creative. This has got Simcoe, Glacier, Centennial, Vanguard and Hallertauer hops, and that German flavor-esque. Simcoe hops are 30% of the total blend. 3 separate malts. It's got honey malt, rye malt, rye malt, and Munich malts, brewed with a copious of aroma that will have undertones of white grape, citrus overtones, and a complex middle and long flavor in the finish. Not sure what that means. A real beauty, and it's finished with clover honey. It does say on the can, brewed with honey, similar to Hop Slam, that is very popular from Bell's. They throw in some honey there for a little bit of sugary sweetness. Again, brand new brewery, brand new beer. Bought it in a 4-pack, and I think the 4-pack was around $14 or $15, so you're looking at about $4 a can here, which is, again, not that uncommon for an Imperial IPA. Looks what an Imperial IPA should look like. It's got a little bit of a red tone to it, nice little, just slight residual carbonation, not too carbonated. Perfectly white, frothy, foamy head on the glass. Excuse me. Definitely laces the glass like it should. Woo! Smells like an Imperial. This is different. You can definitely smell that German-esque malt coming out. A little bit of caramel, a lot of residual sugary sweetness. You can definitely smell the honey. There's a little bit of kind of a dark cherry-ish plum type aroma. This is different. This is complex. You can tell there's a bunch of hops in here. There's a bunch of kind of dark fruits coming out as well. I mean, hence the darker color. The color is more of a redness than it is like a kind of a dark malt stout type in presentation. This is different. This is going to taste kind of funky, I think. All right, so cheers. Let's get into the glass. Tastes better than it smells. That's a good beer. That's a really good beer. You can tell, again, aroma and complexity, front of palate to the back, there is a lot of hops in there. You can tell that all 5 of those hops are very pronounced in there. What's interesting is the malts are downplayed, and the sugary sweetness from the from the aroma don't really come out in the flavor, which is a strong point of this beer. It's smooth in the front. There's not too much pound of all of the aromas, which, again, excuse me, are interesting on the front end, but you don't want that to like confuse your palate when it's coming, you know, from the drinkability side. You can tell it's a complex beer. You can tell that on the finish, at 10% and 89 IBUs, a lot of these beers, especially some of the newer breweries, they're harsh and they're boozy. This one is not boozy at all at 10%. It's got a real nice finish to it. And I think most importantly, I think the blend of the malts, which there's a lot of them in there, and the multiple hops come together real nice for a really good finish. It's unique in the fact that I think it's got a lot of characteristics that Imperial IPAs struggle to do. on a very good level because they're always trying to play with the big boys in the market. And I think this one, again, it's only the first 2 ounces I've had. They've done a really good job of blending a complex beer with a drinkability that is good. So I like it. It's different. It's not for everybody. It's got this weird kind of twist to it in the middle and the end of the palate that is, it's kind of this weird imperial-esque blend that I don't know if a lot of people are like. It's not citrusy. It doesn't have a lot of, the floral notes. But it's got fresh hops, and it's got again, I beat this to a dead horse now, or a dead dog, but I don't mean that in a negative way. That you have a sneaky Pete, hence the dog, that comes in at the very back end of this beer that's got an extremely unique finish. We rate our beer between 1 and 5. I would probably give this a 4, if not a 4.5. It's different. I'm very particular about reviewing beers over the last 6 years that are IPAs. It's got qualities that at a price point for a 4-pack, I would purchase again. I think this is a very good example of an Imperial IPA that's come to the market that is bringing something to the table that other breweries try to replicate, that they've done a very good job of putting in a 4-pack at a decent price point with enough unique qualities that I would purchase again. So there you have it. If you tried the old Sneaky Pete Imperial IPA, please let us know. Leave comments on our YouTube channel or our website, mindbrewereviews.com. We upload all the time. We do appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, we will see you again real soon. Cheers.